goddamn sons of bitches. I did not expect this video to blow up like it did. I literally was just sitting there scratching my ass. I was just like, hey, I haven't made a video like in a few days. I might as well just throw one up. And this one I saw the night before. It really got under my skin. Decided to rant about it for half an hour. Surprisingly, a lot of you guys had the attention span to watch the whole thing. It has almost 10,000 views right now, and that is the biggest thing I've ever made across all platforms. So I want to go out and thank you guys so much. I got over 1,000 subscribers now, and I also want to thank you guys also. And to be completely honest with you guys, it's a little nerve-wracking to me because it was easy to have like a small little niche group of people that would like your content and watch things like that. Now it's starting to grow and get bigger. It's a little bit more like, I don't want to disappoint anybody. I really want to do this to build a community. This is not to make money, get rich or anything. This is just to have fun and just hang out with people, because I know out there in the world everything fucking sucks. It's just like every time you go on the internet, everything's doom and gloom, everything's just anger, disarray, the economy is dog shit. I want to create I don't want to say like a safe space. I want to say something like just like a community of people that could just come together and just like mess around, just do stuff, just have fun, because everywhere else it's just so depressing. I also want to get into why I made this video. I've been doing research on a specific person. I really want to do like a full-length like little documentary. Without giving too much away, this person was also very famous for being a magician and also debunking spiritualists. Back in like in the 70s and the 80s, there were people coming out saying, yes, I am the great wizard one that could move pages with my mind and I could speak to the dead.
Tonight on this stage, you are going to meet a man who claims he can move physical objects using only the powers of his mind. All of us are very pleased, not just pleased, but excited to have you with us. Now, you claim to have psychic powers, don't you?
Yes, I do.
And this guy would come out and be like, no, that shit doesn't make any sense. If you can really do it, should be able to do this, this, and this. And if that's not possible, yeah, you're just fucking lying. Also, what you're doing is just a magic trick. I learned this when I was like 3 years old. He would literally do that in front of millions of people on television. And yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, but it was awesome to watch. This person also went out and they also exposed the media. They're just like, why are you giving these guys basically a bunch of like headlines? You're giving them space to dupe people. You're bringing people into this false sense of security. You're bringing these people into a false sense of security because you would have someone that have their mother tragically pass away and they'll spend like $600, $700, $800 just to talk to a spiritualist over the phone. Just be like, oh yeah, your mom says hi. And I wish I was fucking joking. I've been saying this also for like over and over again. Movies, television shows are so fucking boring. There's nothing new. Everything's the same. Everyone wants to be Marvel. Everyone wants to be Disney. They just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I'm hungering for something new. That's why I'm so excited for Last Night in Soho. One, it's Edgar Wright. Every single one of his movies fucking slaps. Two, I have no idea what the fucking movie's about. I could look at the trailer to goddamn Venom. I could write the entire fucking movie as I'm watching the trailer. I could tell you exactly what happens. It's just going to be Venom 1 again with a red guy. And it's going to be a massive CGI fight at the end. Didn't watch it. Don't want to. There you go. I'm pretty sure that's the entire movie. And movies, they're just way too long. They don't really do anything. They keep trying to be different movies that don't fit the genre. They keep trying to be like superhero movies with these weird quirky protagonists. I love really simple things of like doses of just like sheer honesty or something like that is so like realistic, or something that just happens and like the person's like, yeah, I just did that. Like the really simple scene in Goodfellas, like the part when the trucker just parks his truck, goes into the diner, comes back out, finds his truck is gone. 2 mobsters stole it. He didn't see it, but the truck is gone. He runs back in.
Come on, you got a phone? It's over there. 2 niggers just stole my truck. You believe that shit, huh? You fucking believe that?
The sheer honesty and the realism in that entire scene, it is incredible that they just had put it in the movie. A movie in, I think it was like late 60s, mid 60s America. I would be like, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me if that happened. The people I appreciate the most and we really need are the celebrities that just say, no, you go fuck yourself. No, I don't care. I just want to make my art. You don't have to watch it. Go on, right on and go fuck yourself, like Quentin Tarantino.
Well, I don't believe in that kind of statement, because the thing about it is, I think that statement is a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. Mm-hmm. If you say it's going to be a problem, it's going to be a problem. All right, because it comes with usually the idea, well, I don't know if they would let you do that. Well, who the fuck is they?
Well, you say that as Quentin Tarantino, but if you're Quentin Tarantino in 1991...
Well, okay, yeah. Well, I'm Quentin Tarantino in 1991 doing Reservoir Dogs, coming off of the 80s, which was the decade of they won't let you do that.
That's true.
Or Nicki Minaj just saying, no, will not comply. Don't give a shit. Those are the people I really, really, really do like. The thing that I find extremely disappointing, because you have these people that would go back 20, 30 years. They're just like, yeah, screw the man, do whatever you want, do all these different things, like Rage Against the Machines, which I like to call cuck for the machine. One that is so disappointing is that I used to watch Penn and Teller bullshit a lot because it was an edgy show. After Cartoon Network, I could watch that. Sometimes you would see a little nipple here and there sometimes. So the best way to explain it is kind of like an adult version of Bill Nye the Science Guy with magic tricks instead of a bunch of quirky science, if that makes any sense.
Well, no. Read the words. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. Sure, you need an organized military force to defend your country, but the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is the people, in contrast with the militia. It doesn't say the right of the militia to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It says the right of the people. Now, why the word people? Because the people who wrote this had just fought a war for 2 years against a tyrannical state militia. They knew the time might come when they'd have to do that again. So they made the possession of weapons a right that the militia could never take away. Now, gun control advocates say the phrasing is clumsy, and the comma separating the state from the people is just a pause to get your breath. Strange, they can't seem to point out any other places where those hack framers fucked up the wording.
It's like they would say, like, oh, hey, recycling's bullshit. The Mayan calendar is bullshit. Monogamy is bullshit. It's like it goes through all these different things and explains to you what happens and all these different things. But it was very blunt, completely uncensored because it was on Showtime. So you got all the fucks and shits that you wanted. Plus, I was like 12 years old. I'm like, yeah. You get that back then. You're saying these people are standing up for something right. These people are awesome. They really do care. They're like populists. And years upon years later, you get images like this. It's like someone literally spitting in your fucking face. It is one of the biggest libertarians of all time, one of the greatest showmen of all time, that would call people out on their bullshit, posing right next to one of the most authoritarian pieces of shit that we have in our entire lifetime. A man, a white man that campaigned against a black person, calling him a white supremacist. That is the level of just sheer insanity that we're going through right now. That's another thing why I brought this thing up, is because back then Penn and Teller used to do it too, is that the spiritualist or people that could talk to dead people or people into another dimension, they would go out and expose them. Now those people are gone. I think with the internet we've become much smarter. We know how to point these things out, but people will blindly believe the media. Why? Their narratives get destroyed immediately over and over and over again. Look at this presidency. Every single thing that they said that they'll do is either that it's faltered, fell apart, or they just didn't do it at all. there are just people out there that they just still don't get it. They just don't care. They voted for the guy and they're just like, oh yeah, I voted, and I just ignore everything. And then they go to get some gas. What? Why is the gas $3? Oh my God. Why is my milk so expensive? I used to spend like $80 on my groceries. Now it's $150. What? Like what's going on? And you have these people that do not pay attention, but they'll go in there, go on social media. Ha ha ha, you dumb. You voted for Orange guy, you bad person. They don't have a mind of their own. And that's what's really been pissing me off. That is my philosophy. If you watch Gothic's live stream from a few weeks ago, I think the spiritualists are basically the new media. What is the difference? There's absolutely no difference. They make up the same bullshit claims. The person can come out and say, yes, I could come out and I could talk to 20 spirits. Like, I could do that. And they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna need a name. Does anyone in the audience have someone male or female that has an M or J in their name? They would just have the most vague. You think I'm joking? They would just throw out vague garbage until they hit something. That's what they call it's cold reading. That's what it's called in like mentalism and magic.
Okay, so I'm gonna start. I want to start with the father figure that departed from the chest because he's laboring my breathing, and there's some type of restriction. And then he just tells me that he died suddenly.
There's a family right there.
Is it? But was there also the husband that also departed? Okay. See, because what happened is as soon as I connected to the area, they all started stepping forward. So we have the father and we also have the husband. This is what I refer to as piggybacking. This is why it is very, very powerful when you attend one of my live shows or just watching Long Island Medium, where Spirit will have me say things that you can connect with, okay? So how do you understand the father figure? Okay, and then we're going to go over here as well. So if you, and it's your husband too, so we're going to kind of all piggyback it together. There were two things. One of them told me that, did he like die in front of you? Or did you want to, because I just died. And then I was like, there was no time. And I feel like if I reacted sooner, I could have saved him. I would have been able to do more if I only knew. Grieving should be good, a positive way of healing, not to go back and be with this should have, could have, would have, and this only if that I could have saved him. Do you understand that? Yeah. Or even if we went to the doctor, is this your grandfather that departed? Do you see him and you feel him a lot? So know that that's real, sweetheart. Don't be afraid. Because he tells me that he tried to tell you that he's okay, right? And you see that he's happy when you feel him and when you see him, know that he's just letting you know that he is okay.
I would just call out random stuff like, oh, does anyone, M or J, Michael, there's, you know a Michael? It's the same exact thing. Nigga, my middle name is Michael. My uncle's name is Michael. I know like 17 Michaels. Jesus. But they'll literally just do all that and be like, oh yeah. Your friend Michael that passed away in a car accident. He says hi. They would literally do that. What does the media do? They would just claim up and down racism, sexism. Even if there was nothing out there to do with anything with race or gender, they'll still claim it. But there is I think she was like a TikToker, or she was a social media person. She was pretty popular. And she ended up missing, and people think like her boyfriend killed her or whatever. But it was like I know her last name started with a P. People are like, hey, we gotta go find her. She's a very popular person. We're very worried about her, and we really, really do care. People got so upset they had to change the subject about black women for some fucking reason. They were just like, oh, you guys just care about this white woman. You guys have this really bad white woman syndrome.
If you've been watching the news for the past few days or on Twitter or TikTok, you're probably familiar with the name Gabby Petito, the 22-year-old aspiring social media influencer who was reported missing after her fiancé returned from their van life excursion without her. On Sunday, human remains believed to be Petito's were found in a national park in Wyoming. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow to confirm the identity. Now, it goes without saying that no family should ever have to endure that kind of pain, and the Petito family certainly deserves answers and justice. But the way this story has captivated the nation has many wondering, why not the same media attention when people of color go missing? Well, the answer actually has a name: missing white woman syndrome.
Why do you care all of a sudden? You guys need to care about black indigenous women. Snap queen. Oh, yes, roll those necks, bitches. Bitch. Whenever we complain about something that happens to a black person, you guys immediately sweep it under the rug or you say it's justified. Did not, like 2-3 weeks ago, that there was a white woman throwing eggs at a black politician and you guys just slid that under the rug like that didn't happen? Also, yeah, I'm sorry, Larry Elder, he has a penis, big whopping penis. I'm sorry, you were talking about black women. Remember the guy that sexually assaulted his baby mama and then almost drove off in a car? He was shot 7 times trying to kidnap this woman's children, and we were just like, what were you thinking? This dude literally was about to kidnap a group of children and assaulted a woman, and when you ask questions like that, they just say, why did they have to shoot him so many times? He was kidnapping a group of children. Does anyone think about the woman in this situation? Like, she almost had her kids kidnapped and she was assaulted by this guy. But when you bring that up, yeah, we don't know what's going on. Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh, shit, didn't see that. Oh, jeez. Oh. Yeah, it's the pregnant woman that George Floyd that stuck up, put a gun to a pregnant woman's stomach. Oh, black women. Oh, they're so important now. But when you bring that up, oh no, what? I'm sorry, what? Phil, what? What happened? God, these people. Oh, their narrative doesn't make any sense. It's all bullshit, and their narratives are put on such a thin string. They'll just pull it out of their ass out of nowhere. They would literally, there would just be any police incident, you could look it up, any police incident, they won't put any context into the title. They'll just put white cop shoots black person. That's all they do. They'll put white cop kills black person, and they want you to put racism as the 1 and 2. Just put it together for yourself. That's the only thing you need. They'll just claim racism over and over and over again. Like the whole Ma'Khia Bryant situation. One black girl is about to stab another black girl. There was a white police officer there. This man had 1 of 2 options. He could have let one black girl stab the other black girl. A black girl would have died. Or he could shoot the attacker, killing a black girl, but saving one. He ended up unfortunately shooting Ma'Khia, who was violently in the middle of trying to stab and murder someone. The cop is still the bad guy because he has white skin. The logical gymnastics these people tried to go through, these people are just like, they got so insane that they were just like, oh, this happens in black communities all the time. They have knife fights all the time. We don't need your white savior complex. I'm just trying to calm down because I'm not trying to get too angry. And I'm honestly glad to see people start to wake up to this, because you're seeing all these people chanting around the country, fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
The Fuck Joe Biden chant trend keeps growing across the country.
And it's fucking hilarious because I don't have a shred of sympathy for any of the Democrats. All they did is lie. Don't even get me started. Also, Republicans, they don't do anything. They also fucking lie too. These politicians are just useless. I don't want to get too much of a big rant because I wanted this to be like more of a wholesome video. But yes, to try to close things off, I want to build more of a community. I don't want to be wrapped up in this weird magic box, because the problem is that people want to get tutorial after tutorial after tutorial. I get burnt out, you guys leave. That's usually how a lot of magicians end up on here. Or you end up changing your content, pissing off one half of it, and the other half leaves, or they don't know what to do. And I want to have more of a cultural impact. I just want to be a magician in the space. I don't want to be the magic guy where it's just magic, magic, magic. And magic's extremely difficult to do because it's such a secretive hobby and practice that you can't give too much away. It could only be like these tiny little like, oh hey, yeah, I can tell you this, but I can't tell you that. It's like working for the CIA. It's very, very weird. And I honestly still don't know what I'm going to do for my 1,000 subscriber special. What I've been thinking of is sitting down, just doing a live stream and just hanging out with you guys. Or I could sit down, do a live stream, but play a game. That's another one I really want to do. And the one I was looking at is maybe Alan Wake, because I've never played it, and I think it just got released today, if I'm not mistaken. But the only thing that really sucks is that it's on, I'm gonna get the stupid Fortnite booter or whatever it's called. I don't even, Epic Game Store. Just let me know. I think I might do like a stream with you guys to just sit down and hang out. I really, really want to do interviews. I want to just interview people I find interesting. I don't want to do magician after magician after magician because it's gonna get really stale after not too long. But yeah, guys, that's really it. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my butthole or whatever. Also, I don't want to make this too much of a regular of me just making anti-SJW content, because I'm part of the Tim Pool idea, is that we got to go out and build culture. We can't just keep doling out black pills over and over and over and over again. There has to be like a way to talk about this. We got to go out there, speak up, tell these people just shut up, just stop, because they go out there and they scream in your face all over your timeline saying trust the science, and then go out there and say, yeah, women can have penises too. But also, before you guys go, another thing that really inspired me was this amazing rant by the guy I just mentioned, Tim Pool. It's a rant that he did a year ago, and every now and then, if I'm like down in the dumps or if I don't feel too great, I put this video on. I'm just gonna play it for you guys, and that's gonna be my outro. Thank you guys so much. Please like and subscribe. Also hit that bell notification. Now I'm a very generic YouTuber because I have over 1K subscribers, but thank you guys so much. Peace.
So how long until they cut my channel off? And they've been doing it over and over again for the past several years, and people are nowhere to be found. Now, of course, they go online and they'll post things, but then when it comes to their real life job, when it comes to the woke mob coming for them, they just bend the knee and they beg, please, please, woke lunatics, just don't hurt me and I'll leave you alone. I'll let you have whatever you want, because I don't care about the future for my children. I don't care about where this country goes. I don't care about all the statues they've just destroyed. And then what happens? The Republicans, nowhere to be found.
You're absolutely right.
I have no confidence in any of these people to do anything. I can sit here all day and guess what? Smack talk me all day and night. Say, Tim Pool, all you do is complain about things. You're completely right. But at least I quit my job. When I worked for Disney and they said, lie to the public, I said, fuck you. And I told them, cut my contract off. And they said, no. Welcome to the golden handcuffs, Tim. You got one more year under lock and key. And then I said, okay, well, I'm not going to do what you want. And then finally it came to August and I said, bye-bye, I'm going to go do my own thing. And guess what? It worked. So where the fuck is everybody else? Nowhere to fucking be found. Congratulations, we're demonetized. I don't give a shit at this point.